Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Elsa Safitri. Now in this video, I will present my research proposal. The title of my research proposal is an analysis of student ability in writing skill through a recount text case study 8th grade of SMP Negeri 2 Banyuasin 1. Okay, I will explain my research problems. My research problem is how is the ability student in writing recount text. The second, what is the difficulties in 8th grade of SMP Negeri 2 Banyuasin 1 in academic year 2020 and 2021 in writing recount text. And then for my research objective is the first, to find out the ability of student in writing recount text. And the second, to find out the difficulties of students in 8th grade of SMP Negeri 2 Banyuasin 1 in academic year 2020 and 2021 in writing recount text. And then for my research significance, for the students, the first to find they can find how to be the master in writing recount text, and they know how to improve when they're writing recount text. And then for the teacher, this research teacher find the difficulty student in writing recount text, and the second, teacher can find the best way to make master students in writing recount text. And next is about the research method. My research design is using a qualitative research and case study type. Why I use the qualitative research? Because the characteristic of the research, the first is investigation to find a social or individual problem in a complex and detailed form based on real or actual situation. And then the second, qualitative research use the observation, interview, and document in collecting data. And third, generally used for the understanding view, talks, and the perception. So it's appropriate for my research. And then for case study type, the characteristics is the first, because it analyzes a defined problem based on the real condition and real information as a methodological. And the second involve the characteristics individual units such as individual, gather, occasion, and organization, especially office or school. And the third is help to understand complex problems or object by analyzing the ability in depth, especially the student ability in writing text. Okay, the next is the research setting. My research setting was conducted in May 2021 at SMP Negeri 2 Banyuasin 1. Why I choose this school? Because the first, the researcher was doing observation at the school and find the students' ability problem in the writing recount text. And then the second, the location is close to the researcher and making it easier to collect data. And the third, the students need the student is suitable or appropriate to the research, so the researcher choose the students and the location of the school. And the next is the research participant. The population of the research is the student of 8th grade at SMP Negeri 2 Banyuasin 1, and the sample, the researcher chose only one classes of 8th grade students, and then its class consists of 32 students that include female and male. The researcher chose this class because this class has the researcher need in analysis writing text. There are a low and a high score writing in this class, so it's appropriate students for doing the research. And the next is data collection instrument. Data collection instrument. The researcher used a qualitative data collection. It includes the observation and interview. Why the researcher doing the observation and interview to collecting a data? The aim is because observation and interview describe and interpret how the teacher teach writing recount text in the classroom. And the second is will describe or interpret the abilities and the problem in writing text with the observation of interview face to face. And for quantita in data collection instrument, the researcher using two methods. It is qualitative and quantitative. In quantitative, the researcher used the writing test. The aim of use writing test because the research to measure how well and how bad the students' ability to write recount text and how well they understand the recount text. So in data collection, the research use to data is qualitative and quantitative. And the last is a data analysis. In data analysis, to analysis of observation the interview, the first, the researcher will organizing and preparing the data, and the second, reading and understand all the data, and the third, starting at a detailed analysis with the coding process, and the fourth, that arrangements or people and categories according to the method to be analyzed. And last is the creative interpretation the data file after the arrangement of the people and the data is organizing. And for the analysis, the writing test, the researcher using a Rubik's score of writing because writing test is not general. It is based on our thing, our idea, and the perception. So some students have a different view or talk. So the researcher use a Rubik's score of measure of scoring the writing test with the formula x equals sigma x per m. Okay, that's all for my present about my research. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.